It's very rare to have a nice guy and a masculine guy. It's the same as it's really hard to find a pretty girl who's actually a nice girl. I was just reading the comments on this girl's video. She done a video and all the men are in the comments, like it was about relationships. The men are like, oh, but the nice guys always finish last. Women never give a chance to the nice guys. I think we're all missing the point here. So what normally comes with a nice guy is being feminine. As women, we want to be in our feminine energy. We don't want to be in our masculine. So normally with a manly man, who's probably going to treat us like shit, comes with that masculine energy and makes us feel really feminine. Normally with the nice guy, we feel like he can't protect us. So if we was out and some man comes running past and takes my bag and he goes, oh babe, just let him have it, like let him have it, rather than like feeling like, right, this man can protect me, then in our masculine energy. And that is the God's honest truth of it.
It's funny that she thinks that the masculine dude is gonna treat her like shit and the nice guy is always in his feminine. It's interesting the way she thinks. It's interesting how people really put that on the masculine dude, right? And how people put that on the nice guy. See, the bottom line in all of this is not to be a nice guy, and it's not to be an asshole or, super aggressive, right? Or overly like masculine to the point where you're trying to prove a point. Because listen, see, when I talk about a masculine identity, you have to understand, I'm not talking about being macho, and I'm not talking about putting on some type of act to try to fake aggressive attitudes. I'm not talking about that. A masculine identity is about being exactly who you are, honestly, authentically, and unapologetically. Now, there are situations where when you have a masculine identity, it's not that you're going to go out of your way to treat a woman like shit, right? But you will disappoint a woman in a lot of different ways. Why? Because you are focused on yourself and what you truly desire. Because you're not here to please the woman. You're here to please yourself. And as you enjoy your experience, you bring the woman along for the ride. So it's not that you're treating her like shit. It is that you are focused on putting yourself first and treating yourself very well. And then you allow her to enjoy the adventure or the experience by default. You understand? It's the woman who doesn't really like you in the first place who's going to think that she's being treated like shit because your happiness is not important to her. You understand? So you have to be careful with a lot of these females who say things like, oh, yeah, the masculine guy is going to treat me like shit. What she's really saying is that she's dealing with a man that doesn't want to satisfy her agenda, because what's truly important to her is not the happiness of the man, but her agenda. Her agenda is the only thing that's important to her, not the man's happiness. Therefore, as the man continues to do what he wants to do, she perceives it as her being treated like shit. When on the other hand, the nice guy is being very disingenuous and he is not focused on himself. He's not focused on his masculine identity. He's not doing what he truly wants to do. He is doing what he thinks will make the woman happy. Why? Because he is seeking her validation. Because his own identity, his own masculine identity means nothing to him, because his masculine identity or his perception of who he is as a man is predicated by the validation of that woman in his mind. And that is the basic definition of what a nice guy is. You understand? A people pleaser, a validation seeker, a man who doesn't have a true masculine identity because his identity and the way he perceives his identity is based on the validation of the female. So he goes out of his way, literally out of his way. He goes outside of his character. He goes outside of himself in order to try to please this woman. I want you to understand how when the nice guy goes out of his character to please the woman, he looks at him as feminine. So what does that really say? What it's saying is that a woman knows that true feminine nature has to do with a woman who likes to see her man happy. Do you understand? It is the nature of the woman to adjust her character in order to support and enhance and be an asset to the man that she loves, to the man who she trusts in his leadership, to the man that she wants to be a part of his life. Do you understand? She actually reveals a lot of her true perception of what feminine energy actually is. She just doesn't know how to fully interpret all of it. So she's saying, oh yeah, the masculine guy is going to treat me like an asshole, and the nice guy is going to be too feminine for me. You understand what I'm saying? But what she's really saying is that a masculine man, a man with a masculine identity, focuses on himself and is not there for the woman's agenda, but is there for his agenda. And he is on a journey to find the women who choose willingly to acquiesce to his agenda. Why? Because his agenda provides the structure and the lifestyle that she chooses to enjoy. When on the other hand, the nice guy does the opposite. The nice guy acquiesces to the agenda of the female. And so when a nice guy acquiesces to the female realizes that the man is being feminine, but not just feminine, but he's actually being very weak. And so she realizes that if she's a woman dealing with a man who is behaving in a feminine manner, she is in danger. Her survival is in danger. And that's why she started talking about if the guy were to steal her purse and this, that, and the third. You understand what I'm saying? Because a woman is really focused on her survival. And she understands that it is the masculine man who is focused on designing a certain type of lifestyle, a certain type of structure, and a certain type of standard. Those things that create the consistency of character is what is going to keep her protected. It is what is going to ensure her survival. Do you understand? But on the flip side, the nice guy, he acquiesces to the woman's agenda. He acquiesces to the woman's authority, and he has no authority. Therefore, she understands that her survival is in danger because anyone or any entity can come up and influence the nice guy. Because the nice guy is always seeking validation. If you're always seeking validation, then you can be easily influenced. You understand? So basically, it's the masculine man who knows who he is, and it's the nice guy who needs to be told who he is. And the man that needs to be told who he is puts the female in danger. The man that knows who he is makes the woman feel safe. And once a woman feels safe, once she can trust in your masculine identity, then she can be in her feminine. Why? Because she trusts your masculine identity. All right. So it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. I hope you got something from this video. Hope you're having a great day. Be good to yourself. Be grateful. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.